19 years old. We've seen you mowing down multiple guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, gather round, because this Saturday night, the Madison Square Garden Theater is about to transform from a polished event space into a blistering cauldron of sweat, blood, and frenetic energy that even the most seasoned boxing fans will find impossible to look away from. On one side, we have Puerto Rico's shining golden boy, Xander Zayas, a prodigy whose name echoes like a flawless symphony in the halls of youth boxing greatness. On the other hand, Mexico's formidable wrecking ball, Jorge Chino Garcia, is a brawler whose battle scars tell the tale of grit, gut, and a story that refuses to be written off. They'll meet not just for a WBO junior middleweight title belt dangling in limbo, but for the soul of a weight class brimming with raw promise and palpable tension. This isn't just a boxing match, folks. Nope, it's a headlock-laden cultural dance-off, a metaphorical tug-of-war between slick finesse and relentless brute pressure, all staged inside the squared circle, where legends are either born or irretrievably broken. Zoom out, and you see a classic tale of youth versus experience, polish versus perseverance, science versus street brawl. Xander Zayas, the man who was plucked from obscurity and signed at a mind-bogglingly tender age by Top Rank, nearly the youngest ever, is a technical marvel in motion. He's like a surgeon who swapped his scalpel for a jab so precise it could pinpoint a fly's ever so slight twitch on a wall. With a frame resembling that of a future legend and a style that flows as seamlessly as salsa dancers stepping in perfect sync, Zayas isn't just fighting, he's orchestrating an intricate ballet of punches and footwork. His undefeated record silently screams perfection, with wins that range from methodical dismantling of world-class opposition to moments of raw knockout power. But beneath this polished veneer lurks a question mark, dangling like a piñata. Is his style, maybe, just maybe, a touch too refined? As competition stiffens and opponents grow harder to flatten, his knockout ratio has dipped, showing signs that he might have to dig deeper, beyond the textbook, for those crucial last rounds when others won't simply fold under pressure. Then there's Jorge Garcia, the gritty Chino, who's basically the human equivalent of a wrecking ball with boxing gloves. This guy's resume reads like a gritty B-movie script. Came up fighting in Mexico's harsh club circuits, earned every scar and split-decision loss with sweat and heart. Yet never once has he sprawled on the canvas like a defeated boxer. The guy might as well have surgically reinforced jawbones because his chin is invincible. His knockout power is the stuff of nightmares for any opponent, authoring finishes with a frightening regularity, despite the setbacks inked in his record. And just earlier this year, Garcia orchestrated a stunning upset, walking through a hailstorm of punches to snatch victory from the very jaws of defeat against a hot prospect, messing up a rising star's perfect record and snatching a coveted title shot. Make no mistake, Garcia's not coming to marvel at the Garden's illustrious ceiling or soak in the atmosphere. He's here to bulldoze dreams, especially the ones from across the island swimming in the Caribbean sun. When you imagine where this fight will actually be won or lost, the answer is nestled deeply in the unseen chess match fueling each round. Zayas, with his slick, rhythmic lateral movement, tries to control the ring like a maestro holding a conductor's baton. Meanwhile, Garcia is more like a charging bull, always in your face, swinging hooks at every liver he can find, breaking down opponents like a jackhammer on concrete. If Garcia manages to trap Zayas along the ropes, a rare feat, but far from impossible, the fight narrative takes a sharp jolt. Suddenly, every hook to the body isn't just pain. It's a game changer that can dismantle the surgeon's precision and turn the ballet into a street brawl. The number of fights disparity isn't lost on viewers either. Garcia's experience dwarfs Zayas's, but longevity without quality competition is like having flashcards for a test when the questions are essays. A noticeable chunk of Garcia's opponents had records less intimidating than a friendly neighborhood alley cat, while Zayas has consistently broken down former champions and unbeaten contemporaries, showcasing a level of competition that makes his meteoric rise anything but accidental. Still, Garcia's ability to survive in the trenches, most notably in a no-holds-barred slugfest that procured his recent upset, means he's battle-tested in a way that could blunt Zayas' sharp tools. Will the intensity of this seasoned warrior's mauling overwhelm the technical wizard who fights with a surgeon's mind? That's the million-dollar question. Now, when it comes to the spotlight intensity, the pressure cooker that is the main event under those unforgiving lights, Zayas has played in the Garden before, but never quite with this weight of expectation bearing down on his young shoulders. Garcia, meanwhile, is the road warrior, packing experience from fights in far-flung places, tough environments where the home crowd isn't handing out participation trophies. If the dazzling young star's golden boy aura cracks even a fraction, Garcia's cool, unshakable demeanor will pounce without hesitation. You can bet Garcia will come out swinging from the opening bell. His wingspan and range be damned. He'll try to force the fight into a phone booth brawl, leaving nowhere to hide for Zayas. Zayas, as expected, will dance like a man dodging raindrops in a storm, using his jabs and counters as an artist applies brushstrokes. However, as the rounds tick by, Garcia's relentless body attacks will inevitably slow Zayas' slick mobility. That's when the crowd should prepare for a thrilling slugfest, where each exchange tests not just skill but stamina and resolve. Zayas, with his superior footwork and ring IQ, will carve his way through Garcia's onslaught, scoring with clean, crisp combinations and evading hooks with elegant pivots. Garcia's iron chin will continue to withstand punishment, but the telltale signs of the fight's toll will etch themselves onto his face in the form of swelling and blood, adding a gritty narrative layer to the physical contest. As the later rounds unfold, expect the dramatic crescendo, the kind of moment that makes fans tired of their seats and commentators search for superlatives. Zayas' stamina will be challenged like never before, having only limited professional rounds under his belt. Garcia, however, marches forward with the relentlessness of a man with nothing left to lose, his body a steel trap soaked in stubborn willpower. In the end, when the final bell sounds and the judges' scorecards are revealed, it will likely be Zayas who climbs the pedestal as the new WBO junior middleweight champion, his hand rising in victory amidst a chorus of cheers. Garcia's thunderous resilience and raw power will ensure he claims rounds when the fight becomes a slugfest, but the cleaner, smarter punch output and better defensive maneuvers of Zayas will dominate the scoring. This bout will be less a coronation and more a baptism by fire for the young prodigy, underscoring that youth and precision can indeed overcome experience and brute force, though not without both warriors leaving fragments of their soul scattered amid the ropes. And for those looking to catch the whole fight night picture, the undercard offers a tantalizing preview of boxing's future. The co-main event pits rising stars Bruce "Shoo" Carrington and Matthias Hayta, both undefeated and bringing their own unique blend of talent and power, to duke it out for the WBC interim featherweight title. Carrington, a Brooklyn phenom known for finesse and silky skills, will collide with Hayta, a Namibian power-punching beast, in a clash that could play spoiler to the main event and set the stage for a new featherweight contender's rise. This entire evening is the kind of boxing theater that grabs hold of you with the flags of Puerto Rico and Mexico waving as much in the crowd's heartbeats as in their hands. It's the timeless drama of technical savant versus rugged warrior, youth's ambition versus experience's battle-hardened grit, and a vacant championship that yearns for a story to define it. When the dust settles and the final bell echoes through Madison Square Garden's hallowed halls, boxing's next chapter at 154 pounds will begin. And make no mistake, neither man will ever be the same again. This is more than a fight, it's the crossroads of destiny, where legends are simply waiting to be born or broken. So make yourself comfortable, folks, because this Saturday night, the sweet science promises a spectacle drenched in drama, heart, and the kind of unforgettable moments that turn ordinary men into immortals inside that unforgiving square ring.